Hello and welcome to the Far Post with our mugs edition. We're doing a special edition video edit thing today with kit rankings for the 2023 FIFA Women's World Cup. Before we get stuck into it, I would like to acknowledge the traditional custodians of the land we're recording on today. So that's the Wurundjeri people based here in Naarm or Melbourne, and extend our respect to elders past and present. Yeah, just a fun pod. We're just going to look at the kits that have been released for this year's Women's World Cup, go through and put them in order according to these categories. So categories are icon, so that's number one. That's like God tier. We love it. Slay, which is like pretty much very good. I'd buy the bootleg, is basically like it's nice, but I'm not paying full price for it. I'm not paying, upwards of $100 for this kit. But if I saw it in an op shop, maybe if I saw a rip-off version, I'd buy it. Boring is just like what it says on the label. And then flop is basically Uggo kit. Argentina away.
I'm going to get Slay. I think it's very good, but not top tier.
I've really wanted to like Argentina, but I don't like the contrasting like detail color. Like I don't mind the actual shirt, but then I don't like the mismatched details on it. So when I did power rankings for the Adidas kit solely, I had this third from the bottom.
Someone had an idea, did they?
I had some thoughts. I had opinions once. So I'm putting it in bootleg. My humble onion.
Yeah. I don't think it's boring, but I don't think love it.
I don't think any of the Adidas kits can be accused of being boring.
Yeah.
I just love with all of these kits how much they lean into like things like landscapes and like just the natural beauty of the country. I like that. I think this isn't like the pinnacle of that series of kits, but I do like it a lot. But I'm happy. It looks like I'm getting overruled though, so it looks like we're ending up in bootleg territory.
You know what? Okay, but you get this slay, Anna. But if you keep slaying the day away, I will have to make an executive decision at some point.
At the very least, it's boring. Like I don't love the trim. I didn't love the extra details when they added it to the men's shirt in the first place. Like, and I know it's a winning one in the men's, but who cares? Because it's a women's World Cup.
Literally, slay.
I've got one of these, so I don't think I can just put it in bootleg.
Yeah, if you paid full price for it. If you've paid for it, it's slay at a minimum.
I reckon it's great as like a casual wear kit. Like I think that's where it's been best used. Like that Vogue shoot that you see with Kai Simon and Steph Catley looks sick. I think that's what this kit's really good for. It's simple. It's cool colors. Looks good when you see the players actually wearing it. I think that can get a solid slay.
I agree. Nike's been really good with like how they've styled it. Like Tara Russian was wearing it because she's a Nike ambassador or something, and she's like, "I'm at the market." I'm like, "And you look fantastic." Like, yes, slay.
See,
I'm holding my tongue.
No, go, Angela. You've got a thought.
Yeah, what are you gonna do? Not share the take?
There's like a Cadbury chocolate that has this texture, right? And it just reminds me of that. It's reminding me of something chocolatey, but because the Matildas are sponsored by Cadbury, I think that's kind of cool. I don't think I'll be spending money on this kit because I don't love it. I don't love it, but it's not terrible.
But I have also spent money.
You don't reckon?
I've also spent money on it. I believe it is a slay.
It's not an icon like this one behind me.
That was the thing. The home kit was always going to have to be like compared to the 2019 one, and simply no one will ever live up to the 2019 Tilly's World Cup kit.
The white, green, it's all good.
It's stunning.
Everything's great about this kit. Anyone that doesn't like it, you shouldn't trust.
It's yellow and it's a Brazil kit. It is.
I'm whelmed.
You're whelmed
because I didn't expect it to be better.
I agree. Whelmed is absolutely it. And there are a few teams who like. That's their kit, so that's what it looks like.
But we'll get to that. We'll get to you.
But yeah, it's boring feels
Welcome
harsh.
back,
It's literally
Vicky.
just whelmed.
Whelmed. All right. Boring.
And I like.
I don't mind it. I would buy the bootleg if blue suited me.
I like the color blue. I just don't like the kit. Does that make sense?
It's a bizarre one because it's certainly not boring.
Mm.
I reckon
But
it
it's
could slot in bootleg. I reckon if I was going into Savers in a couple of years, or if this was on sale, like, you know, 6 months after the World Cup, if Brazil flopped, I'd be like, yeah, you know what? I'll grab this one. It's bootleg at best, though.
Yawn.
White home kit. Give me a spell.
That's boring as fuck. Sorry, Mickey Mouse. She's not an icon, and I don't know if she's a slay, but I do
I
like
think I'd
it.
get the bootleg. I'd be like, oh, yeah.
I reckon I would have it on the same plane as the Argentina one, where it's kind of somewhere between, because it's obviously like interesting to look at, which is a lot more than we can say for the away kit.
Yeah, I'm happy to have it in that happy medium between slay and the bootleg. It's at very least bootleg.
This one reminds me of like social futsal kits. It's like a Queen Victoria Market special. Do you know what I mean? Like I don't love it.
The most bootleg of bootlegs. I feel like China is one of the countries where both of their kits are just boring. Sorry to China.
All right.
Geez, is it even in flop territory, this one?
It might, because like this is the away kit, yeah?
We could pop there.
Yeah.
We're giving away a lot of half points for people who don't believe in half points.
I don't mind the China home one. I think it's better. It's got a bit more texture to it, much like Canada. They're not as exciting. Maybe this one can just sort of sit around the bootleg. I reckon if I saw that in Savers or on sale, I'd probably grab it. I couldn't say that about the yellow one.
No. Yeah. So I feel like the China one also falls into that category of like China's going to have a red home kit.
Yeah.
And that's that on that. This one is slightly fun though.
I've gone with photos where it's like just the shirt, so we're not like swayed either way by how hot the model is. So hopefully, but I haven't been able to get
the Tara
all
Rushton
pictures
theory
of the shirts like that. Yeah, like I don't want Tara Rushton throwing this all off because we'd be like slay for most things. I think.
I love this one.
This is a controversial one, I think.
I have it in icon. I love it. I reckon it's great. I don't think Marissa shares my view.
So when I was doing my Adidas specific power rankings, I had this down the bottom. It's just not for me. Look, I'm happy to be overruled because sometimes it really do be like that, but she's just not for me. But I can say with very strong certainty that Sam loves this one. And had been bugging the Far Post group chat as to when it would be available to purchase. So,
all right,
it's just not for me. Sorry.
I quite like the colors and the print. I wouldn't say icon, but I would say slay. It's boring.
Yeah, it's boring. That Costa Rica one's boring. Is it even flop territory?
Boring.
I think so.
Yeah. Like, sorry to the good people of Costa Rica, but no.
Boring.
Again, I'm so sorry.
Yep.
To the good people of
I'm
Costa
not even whelmed, I'm underwhelmed.
Denmark.
Flop.
I feel like the Danish kit designer was having too much coffee on the day that they designed this. There's a bit going on, right?
It has to be a really good white kit in order for it to even be a bootleg, and I'm not buying that.
I don't hate it, but I'm kind of confused by it.
I think it's just inverted, right?
Yeah, it looks like it.
Well, that goes into boring for laziness.
Icon! Love her. She's everything. I dropped my pen. That's how much I love her.
Leah Williamson isn't here to fool me. This is boring.
I really like this one, actually. I reckon in the white kit rule, it's definitely on the higher end.
I would agree with that.
I reckon when we see the players in this, we'll be like, yeah, that's pretty sick.
Yeah.
I'm happy to have it in slay. I'd probably buy one, actually. I think a France kit can generally win me over at least somewhat.
Yeah, I agree with that. So if I'm picking one light blue kit, I'm picking England away, not France home.
Yes.
In this imaginary
Fair
scenario
enough.
where I need to only pick one light blue kit.
Thank God we have capitalism. Anyway,
This is
yes,
sick.
Germany away.
No notes.
Love a Germany kit generally.
Flop.
Yeah, the
Flop,
country's
flop,
basketball.
Flop.
Oh, it's a flop. It looks like a dodgy Juve kit. Just a bit confused by it.
Is there actual like
That should be
design
another-
or is that like stock image embossing?
No, that looks like the design. I think they've just gone a bit too hard. I reckon I would be like at Savers or something and be like, oh, Haiti's first World Cup kit. Might grab this one. Maybe use it at the gym.
Yeah, like
Yeah,
I like the
alright.
blue. Like I like electric blue, but
I think it's makes it not so boring, that sort of royal
mm,
blue. I don't love it, but like
it's
potentially
bootleg.
could pop. I don't think it's a flop like the other one.
I don't hate it.
I would buy the bootleg of this one, but it's not quite a
I don't
slay.
love it. It's certainly not a sleigh.
I don't think
don't
it's a slay, but I also don't think it's a flop.
No, I don't think it's a flop. Is it boring?
It's somewhere in those middle two.
Probably gets it into bootleg then,
Yeah.
doesn't it?
Mm,
Which should actually be like, I mean, that's the land of mediocrity. So we should actually end up with like a lot of kits
Most in
area.
there.
And it's a classic. If they just made it straight green, I would have liked it better.
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But it does have the like debut World Cup thing
You go
going for it.
quite a classic collar as well.
Yeah. She's classy.
So kind of halfway
Yeah.
between slays.
She's
I'm
Similar-
happy with that.
Similar areas to Argentina away, which
Mm.
I like, and Canada away in that.
Stop trying to make marble happen.
I was gonna say, do you want it to look
Not
like a
gonna
bench top?
happen.
The thing is with Italy kits, simply none of them will be as good as that green Renaissance one that Puma did. And that is the unfair, like,
Mm-hmm.
mark that I hold all Italy kits to. And this is not a green Renaissance kit, so sorry. It's a no from me, dog. It's
I like it.
boring.
Boring.
Or is it just blue, or is that a deliberate like swirliness to it?
There's a swirliness. There is a deliberate swirliness.
I reckon that elevates
I would
it
say.
to bootleg areas, to be honest.
All
I'm
right.
overwhelmed by it.
Well,
I'm also happy for
really
it to be in
nervous
boring. It's somewhere between boring and bootleg, which is a real ringing endorsement.
To me,
I would
a slay.
absolutely buy this.
yeah.
A sleigh.
I'm happy to have it in sleigh. It's cool.
I think if you
Like,
can do
Simple
simple,
but with nice tweaks
well.
to it. Good trimmings.
Mm-hmm. Again,
I quite
I reckon
like
it's a sleigh.
I reckon they're both sleighs, to be honest. I reckon you're pretty rapt wearing either.
Really liked the whole kind of Jamaica collection. And I know we're not using people to influence our decisions, but for some reason I was on TikTok and I saw a video of Troye Sivan just wearing this kit. And I was like,
Mhm.
okay, go off. So yeah, I'm just a big fan of what Jamaica has, or what Adidas has done with all of the Jamaica ones, to be honest.
Yeah, icon. I love it.
I think she's
Yeah.
kind of an icon.
As like just the shirt,
Yeah,
icon.
the cool kit, it's kind of like, ooh, a bit going on here. But like,
hate
this is when
the
you
shorts.
definitely street wear it.
Yes,
I think we
100%.
have
I
to judge
agree.
on kits alone because we're only looking at all of these on the shirt. We're not looking at the full.
And I think
Otherwise,
that's
we'd
a
be just
resounding
based on
icon.
whether they're wearing green shorts.
Mm-hmm.
Mm.
Which they will be, if I have anything to say about it.
Boring. Boring. All right.
This gigantic kit will devour us all.
I really like this one. Korea home. Because it got pink in it.
I was like, literally, I only like it because it's got Far Post pink on it, which makes her an instant icon. It doesn't, but I
Yeah.
like the pink. The pink really sells it for me. She's not an icon, but she does have pink,
But she does her best.
as we all
Alright.
do in these trying times.
Oh, God.
Pretty cool.
Mixed feeling. Yeah.
Mm.
I'd buy the
I don't think-
bootleg.
Yeah, I think I would too.
I think it's around the bootleg mark.
It looks like when I got happy with the WD-40 trying to stain remove stuff on my jumpers. Like, that's the pattern it's giving, and I don't love it.
I would put it in
Bootleg?
bootleg. Maybe even like bootleg boring. It points because it's orange, you know what I mean? No one else is wearing orange.
It's a bit boring, hey? I
Yeah.
think the fact that training kit was so sick kind of ruined this one.
Nike and their training kits. I swear, like, you've got the formula, my dudes. Run with it. Well, I've purchased it, so like
I think it's an icon. I think it's cool. You'd be pretty proud having that as your kit.
I've got my personal long held belief is that black kits are always hot, so I think that fulfills that rule.
I love it. I do love it.
I love it.
I think it's a say.
Icon.
It has grown on me.
Boring.
They've set
they-
high standards
but it
in the
was
past, and it's fallen short here.
2019? Oh, it was 2018 because it was the men's
2018,
kit,
it was a
wasn't
men's kit. Now, this is a Nike template one, unfortunately.
I reckon she is a flop, to be honest with you.
I think when you set expectations,
I'm really sorry, Nigeria.
meh.
Meh. Boring.
I don't hate it.
Oh.
I'd probably get the bootleg of it.
All right.
If you think it's
It's
a
not
flop
like-
and you
it's
think it's bootleg, I'm putting it in boring.
Oh, look at the fucking hexagons on it. I don't know if that makes it a flop or not.
Vertical stripes. Why? Like, Jamaica, not talking to you. Love you. Don't listen to this. But vertical stripes for the Philippines, what's going on? I don't like it.
Yeah, not for me either. Flop?
Yeah.
Flop.
Sorry, Philippines.
So I can't tell if this is like a purple or a dark blue. If it's a purple, it's slay for me. Like as it is on the screen for me. I quite like it. And I like
See, knowing the
red as
Philippines, it
well.
would be blue. See, but I like a blue kit, and as we've established, you don't like a blue kit, Angela, so...
This is a bad photo, and that's my fault. But Portugal away.
I don't like it.
I don't love it, but also, was this photo taken through a potato?
The first generation iPod with a camera was the photography medium of choice.
I would buy the bootleg, but I'm not spending money on the real deal.
All I'm saying is that I look at that kit and all I can picture is a certain man in it. So I'm like,
Not for me, thanks.
Yeah, yeah. You know what? You can fucking go in the corner. Just on. She's not going to the World Cup, and she's wearing South Africa's away. Am I right? Is that Janine Vick, or am I getting my white woman mixed up?
You know what? I can't even tell, but love a green kit, like South Africa's kit.
But again, potato phone.
Meh.
South
It's
Africa
giving
phone.
Socceroos 2018.
It is actually, isn't it? I never liked that kit.
No, neither did I.
I don't think it deserves to be any higher than the Brazil home kit.
It's hard to do right, the logo in the center. This is one of those ones where in certain photos it looked really cool, and in other photos I was like, no.
Sounds like a bootleg.
In my initial Adidas Power Rankings, I had it second last. So
Did you have this above the Columbia one?
yeah.
Yes.
All right,
should've
be
got
nice,
Sangin on
be
this.
nice, ladies. But now
Next.
it is giving like blue fluid that they use in pad ads. So I don't know. That kind of puts me off it. This is boring.
There wasn't much more they could do with it, to be honest. I feel like Spain is very classic.
If this photo included Alexia Putellas, though, right up to slay. Love you, Alexia. I'm about to drop the most controversial take of all time. I really love this kit, and this
I
was
like it
top of
too.
my
It's not that-
Adidas Power Rankings. And
I really like it.
remember I said to the person I was doing the Power Rankings with, like, I'm basic, it's basic, sue me. So I love her. I would put her in icon if this was just me, but I understand that it is, at the end of the day, just a blue kit.
She slayed a minimum.
Like the Philippines kit, the vertical stripes, but like the red and yellow color combo. Or can I not see and those lines aren't yellow?
No, I think it's all white, right?
They're not
Mm.
yellow, they're white, but they've got little dots on them. And it's, for me, I just think vertical stripes are anti-feminist and it's a flop.
I like it. Sorry.
All right.
I don't. It's boring. I actually
I like
prefer the other one.
I like it better than the home kit, so.
All right. We're going to put her... Maybe stop putting them... Maybe if we make this here. There we go.
I don't mind this one. I don't love it, but I'd probably buy a bootleg of it when they inevitably win.
See, to me, this one's just a poor man's French hexagon.
That's true. She's not a flop for mine.
I don't think she's a flop either, but I don't
She's
think I
just
would even buy her, pardon me, in the bargain bin.
Oh, cop that, USA.
How do you feel about diagonal stripes after your very strong opinions on vertical stripes?
Nah, I don't like it. I reckon it's a bit of a flop. But again, I wonder how much of this is informed by the fact that it's just like the men's cut as well. It's just like straight up and down. It's, yeah, not styled. Therefore, I think it's a flop. I'm pretty happy with this. I think you can see some patterns emerging. We like our blues. We don't like our reds.
And we definitely don't like white.
Big fan of the Adidas away.
Unless they're bangers.
Yeah. Yeah. Bangers only for white. But yeah, this has been our kid ranking podcast. Kid
We're not ranking kids.
Kid ranking
just
podcast. No. Kid ranking podcast video. Thanks for joining if you've watched all the way through.